I'm Shredmaster Scott, and this video is a Mortifying Music Theory tutorial. I'll teach you everything you need to know to get started in this terrifying topic. For the best metal guitar and music theory instruction on the internet, you may want to subscribe to my channel. Free babes and booze for everyone. So there's three main components when it comes to studying music theory: intervals, chords, and key signatures. These three things will get you started and turn you into a badass. Let's talk about intervals first. So an interval is basically the distance between two notes. These are all intervals. So what we can do is you start by associating each interval with a popular song. So for instance, the first interval we're going to look at is a minor second, and that's going to be G to A flat, or the smallest interval you can play, right? It's just two frets right next to each other, and that's the Jaws sound. Oh no, shock, shock. Okay, next we've got major second, which we associate with happy birthday. Right, so that's the major second, G to A. I'll put all these intervals up on the screen, and also if you want to download the PDF files, then just click the link in the description below. The minor third interval, which is going to be G to B flat in this case, or a step and a half. And we'll use green sleeves for this one, so that's just that first one there. Okay, next we've got a major third, which, let's see, that's going to be, and that's going to be two whole steps. So the song we associate with the major third is "Oh Win the Saints." Alright, so just the first two notes there. Next we've got the perfect fourth, which of course is "Here Comes the Bride." Easy money on that one. Next we've got the augmented fourth, which is the most evil interval imaginable. Just think Satan. It divides the octave perfectly in half. So inverted, it's the same interval. G to C sharp or C sharp to G. After that, we've got, let's see, the perfect fifth, which is the starting of "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star," everyone's favorite melody. The minor sixth is after that. That's going to be G to E flat. Then we have, let's see, the major sixth, which you can associate with the NBC theme. It's that first one. Then we're up to the minor seventh. This is going to be the notes G to F. After that, we've got the major seventh. Love you, major seventh. And this is the "Take on Me" interval. Take on me. God bless 80s classics. And finally, we get to the octave, which we can associate with "Over the Rainbow." Somewhere over the rainbow. So that's G to G. So there you have it, there's intervals. Next, we're going to take a look at chords. So there's four types of triads to start with. You've got the major triad, the minor triad, the diminished triad, and the augmented triad. Let's have a look at each one. So for the major triad, I'll use the chord A here. So we'll start on an A pitch. And that's A, C sharp, and E. So that's your major triad, the most common type. And you've got the root, the major third, and the fifth, the perfect fifth. For the minor triad, you just flat the third in the major chord. Take that down a half step, so it's root, minor third, perfect fifth, or the notes A, C, and E. Then we're going to move to the diminished triad, which is simply a minor triad with a flatted fifth. So you take the fifth, which is right here, take it down to E flat. So that's A, C, E flat, or root, minor third, diminished fifth. And then finally, the augmented triad, which is a major triad with a raised fifth degree. So if that's our major triad, A, C sharp, and E, the augmented triad, you take the fifth up a half step, and you get that sound. Very creepy sound. That's the stair falling sound. And finally, I want to talk about key signatures. Key signatures basically let you know which notes are the correct ones to play in any given key. Let's jump on over to the piano because the piano is laid out in a more visual fashion than the guitar. So we're just going to walk through a couple of keys here. We'll start with the key of C, which has no sharps or flats on the circle of fifths. So that'd be all the white notes on the piano and no black notes. That's why it's easier to visualize on the piano because you've got, this color coding. Okay, so the key of C on the piano sounds like this. As I said, no black notes. Now, the next key after that is going to be G. So you go up in fifths. So C is first, and then you count up a fifth, C, D, E, F, G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're at G. So G has one sharp, and that sharp is F sharp, or this note right here. Okay, and then you go up another fifth, G, A, B, C, D. Okay, so now we're at D, and D has two sharps. So every time you go up a fifth to the next key, you add another sharp, and that sharp that you add is always going to be a fifth apart from the last one, just like the keys are. So the last sharp is F sharp, and then this next sharp, we're going to add C sharp. So now we have F sharp and C sharp in this key of D. This is why it's known as the circle of fifths, because everything's built on fifths. So the key of D, and there you go. So you saw me play that F sharp and also the C sharp. Let's do one more. So from D, we'll of course go up another fifth, D, E, F, G, A. Now we're at A, come down an octave here. And A is going to have all the previous sharps plus an additional sharp, a fifth up from the last one. So we've got F sharp, we've got C sharp, and we add another one, a fifth up, which is G sharp. And there you go. So now we've got the key of A. Bingo. Shred, my brain is about ready to explode. So there you have it. There's the three most important components to learning the beginning steps of music theory. Honestly, if you understand each of these three topics, you can kick a lot of ass when it comes to improvising, soloing, and just understanding what's going on in music. If you're into tutorials on music theory, metal, technique, sweep picking, finger tapping, all that good shit, you may want to subscribe to my channel. Also, I want to know what you think about music theory in the comments below. Do you think you need it? Is it necessary? Or is it just a hindrance that holds back your creativity?